So, hello everyone, I'm Caroline Chia, and for this session of Conscious Channeling Talks with Divine Spirit, I will be speaking and channeling with God Hermes. So, for this topic, it's on strengthening your communication in business, and we'll just get into it. So, um, he is saying that to strengthen your communication in business, it's not merely just really talking, like just really talking, and he says that will cover the deal when you just communicate what you want to communicate with another person about your idea, about what you want to bring to the other person, to the table, to help with, and etc. It's not merely to communicate, just to speak. He's saying what is very important for a lot of people is really to pay attention to what you actually communicate as well. Does it matter? Does it come from the heart? Is it from the heart? So, for example, is an idea that you have for business. So, if you want to sell a certain thing, does it come from the heart that this idea you have will help genuinely from the heart? Or it doesn't really, like it is not a good intention, for example. And then there is a discrepancy of communication you then have with yourself, that it, for example, is a good idea to communicate with others, that it is, good product, a good idea to sell it as a communication. And he's saying that it isn't really a good idea, it isn't really best. And the crucial important that people miss out in communication in business, and how you can really work on yourself as well when you do any type of self work, inner growth, personal growth, is really being very present and aware of the heart, that the heart, as in the power of love, power of heart, power of communication. And the power of communication has that. It's not merely just communicate. Because communication is a very, Caroline is saying, is a very external energy that she says is very masculine energy, and I will agree, because most of the time it takes place where you as a soul or as a person will use this energy, a communication, for example, but not paying attention of connecting, having that connection conscious connection with your heart, with the authentic value of the heart, the power of love. I'm referring to the power of heart, the power of love, and unconditional love that is pure. And to use these in communicating. And that's why it can get very confusing for people, because it can be so not really aware. You're not really very present, very aware that of this connection, of this linkage. So if you find that's the case, I would suggest for a number of people um, to get some spiritual help. There is, Caroline can help with this, and there are other people who can help with this as well, to help really move through this sort of like a gap that you're having, and to help strengthen it, because it does takes time to be very, very consciously aware, and how you actually use it, you yourself, you as a soul communicating, establishing this communication with yourself prior, very important. And then also able to use it in your business, in work, in really your everyday life. because essentially, in business, in work, heart is very important. You aren't able to get a connection with another person if you're not really engaging from your heart. It's like, because God Hermes is talking a lot. He's asking me to tell all of you that he has been doing a lot of the talking. He's a very engaging divine being, divine spirit, and he's saying right now that he is a god of trade. He is very present in the different domains of trading, of marketplace, of business, of work, very, very present, of online business, he's saying as well, and a lot more. He's very, very, a very savvy divine spirit. He is very knowledgeable in this spiritually as well. He's reminding everyone that he's a very spiritual source because he is engaging this all the time of the heart of spirituality in business, in doing trading with others, doing sellings, buyings, and ensuring that ensuring that marketplace in a way, how you do things is very balanced, including spirituality. He wants me to remind everyone about this, and um, he isn't the misconception, a misidea that a lot of people may have about him, and he isn't very crafty as well. He's actually a very divinely just divine spirit. So rest assured, he's saying that heart communication, heart engagement is very important. So to be very aware to include this in your business, in your work, in your online business as well. He's saying someone may ask this in the future of watching this, and he's saying it includes as well, even if you're not face to face with the other person where you are doing selling, because it's really already you that may think of asking this. He's talking to you that you who already is having that product, it's a product that you want to sell, already has that heart engagement. But if you feel that this communication may not be needed to engage, he says it's not true. And he's saying don't be afraid, don't hide your light, don't be afraid of showing up your light, including this as well, in communication, in face-to-face contact, and really bringing that light to others in this way through communication. And that is very divine. If you When you are able to bring through light and love, he says, light, love, hope, and sincereness through communication in business, in the way you talk with others, in the way you talk about your work. He's saying, I mean, who would want, for example, he's saying, because it's a lot of the self where most people are more aware of you, is that who would want to talk about your own work but not feeling engaging from the heart, that your work isn't engaging from your heart, he says. So why not really when you're also selling the product, where you are aware more of heart engagements too. So that he's saying is a blessing, and to use it wisely, to use it from the heart, and it will bless others in many, many different ways as well. And don't be afraid to voice out whatever that you have that's from the heart. Don't hold back. So that's that's him. He engages a lot for this session. So yeah, I'm pretty surprised. So that's all for this session. So I'll see all of you guys for another session again. And thank you all for joining in, and God Hermes says thank you as well. Bye bye everyone.